Megapack is going to be a large growth segment for the business, and deployments will continue to expand rapidly as the product reaches full capacity. We have more demand than supply through 2021, and we continue to ramp the product to match unprecedented demand across the globe through 2023 and beyond.
Welcome to Renewable Energy Investments. Those who follow the channel know that I like to make Tesla videos that take a unique angle on Tesla's business. This video is episode number 3 in a series in which I'm exploring the potential for Tesla's energy business. In this episode, I want to share some thoughts on how Tesla's energy storage business could naturally become somewhat of a monopoly in many markets. So first of all, a quick refresher on monopolies and oligopolies so everyone is on the same page. According to Investopedia, a monopoly and an oligopoly are market structures that exist when there is imperfect competition. A monopoly is when a single company produces goods with no close substitute, while an oligopoly is when a small number of relatively large companies produce similar but slightly different goods. In both cases, significant barriers to entry prevent other enterprises from competing. If you think about the energy sector historically, it has pretty much been dominated by monopolies and oligopolies. The energy powering your house and every other house in your city almost certainly comes from a single utility company with no competition. And this makes sense for utilities. It is much more efficient for a single utility company controlling a single energy infrastructure to serve any given geography. I suspect the same may hold true for the next iteration of the grid, as battery storage and energy management systems are layered on top of the existing infrastructure. As our energy grid evolves, Tesla looks primed to get in on the energy monopoly action. Let me explain. Take, for instance, Tesla's new Megapack farm in Angleton, Texas, near Houston. What this Megapack farm does, in essence, is smooth out the energy demand and energy use curves in this market. Energy prices will never get as high as they would have without the farm, because Tesla batteries will kick in and sell cheaper energy to the grid once price gets to a certain high point. On the other end, energy prices will never get as low as they would be without this farm, because Tesla's batteries will kick in and start charging once energy prices reach a certain low point. In other words, Tesla will stabilize the price of energy by storing energy when demand for energy is low and selling it back to the grid when demand is high, eliminating the peaks and valleys of the energy market. And once the energy demand curve has already been smoothed by Tesla, it is significantly less economically attractive for any other company to set up a grid stabilizing batteries in the same market. This is because Tesla has already smoothed the curve. Instead, it would be better for competitors to deploy batteries in another city to capture the full economics of the peaks and valleys of that unsmoothed energy market. In this way, competitors are significantly dissuaded from entering a market that Tesla is already in. So the way this plays out is quite obvious. Competitors will undoubtedly go to another city with another grid and install their batteries there, instead of going to Angleton or Houston, Texas. As this trend of entering new markets plays out again and again, battery farms will eventually proliferate all of the major cities, with the first mover in each city enjoying an economic incentive barrier to entry over its competition. The thing is, right now, there aren't many companies even playing the utility-scale battery game, except for Tesla. So Tesla has a first-mover advantage that could result in a monopoly position in as many markets as their battery capacity permits. Meaning, recurring revenue software revenues would be locked in these markets for decades. But this is just the beginning. Tesla has a number of other advantages that could facilitate its monopolization of the energy market. But before we get into them, quick reminder to smash that thumbs up button if you liked the video and consider subscribing to the channel. The channel covers Tesla frequently because of Tesla's significance in the transition to renewable energy. Also, if you are interested in Tesla's energy business, I'd recommend checking out my other 2 videos in this series, in which I explored Tesla's energy business and its sneaky important product, the Tesla inverter. I'll leave links at the end screen of this video and in the comment section below. Okay, back to it. So now, let's run through some of Tesla's advantages that could cement its monopolistic position. I'll cover 3 major advantages. One at the micro level, one city-scale advantage, and one advantage at the macro level. At the micro level, batteries are a sticky business. They have extremely long shelf lives. Once Tesla's battery hardware is installed, the customer has essentially committed to that battery for what could be decades. Which means Tesla's recurring software revenue is pretty much locked in for decades. Meanwhile, Tesla is building a positive relationship with said customer by saving it lots of money and providing a user-friendly interface to the Tesla energy ecosystem. In the meantime, Tesla's artificial intelligence software is collecting decades of data and mastering its customers' energy patterns. Remember, the energy consumption and generation of each piece of real estate is unique. This data puts Tesla in a unique position to best serve that customer going forward. Let's just say Tesla could enjoy an extremely powerful switching moat. At the community-wide level, I think we may see Tesla achieve sort of an energy juggernaut advantage. Let me explain. Normally, every energy consumer is a price taker, meaning at any given time, the consumer must pay whatever the current spot price is for energy in that area. But if a single entity reaches a certain critical mass of batteries within any given market, it stops being a price taker and instead becomes a price maker. It could set the price of energy by controlling the supply and demand of that energy. Case in point, imagine Tesla controls a disproportionate amount of battery capacity in Austin, Texas. Whether it be through Megapack farms, virtual power plants made up of Powerwalls, vehicle-to-grid, or all of the above. Tesla would develop an information advantage over any competitor because of the massive fleet of batteries it controls. Specifically, Tesla would know exactly what all of its batteries plan to do at any given moment because it controls all of them. You see, through its suite of energy management software, Tesla is able to coordinate the charge and discharge of every battery under its control in unison. By coordinating the charge and discharge cycles of its entire fleet of batteries, Tesla transforms from a price taker to a price maker. Tesla becomes the only entity able to significantly impact, if not downright control, the amount of power on the grid at any given moment. When a single company becomes so dominant that it alone can significantly influence the price of energy, it becomes sort of an energy juggernaut in that market. It gains an advantage over any competitors who would no longer be able to predict energy prices as well as the juggernaut company. Competitors become forced to guess what the big dog's fleet of batteries will be doing at any given moment. Advantage juggernaut. In other words, if I live in a town that uses utility-scale Tesla Megapacks, I'm probably going to opt for Tesla Powerwalls to run my home. I want my Powerwall to know what those Megapacks are up to and work in conjunction with them. At the macro level, we have the economies of scale flywheel.
Yeah, we're ramping up stationary storage a lot. It's approximately doubling. We expect it to approximately double next year. So that's pretty good. Hopefully we can accelerate that in years to come.
And approximately doubling it this year too. So the growth.
Yeah. If you just keep doubling things, pretty soon you hit the mass of the universe, and we'll need to start, turning Jupiter into cells.
The company offering the best value will naturally obtain the most demand. This elevated demand will naturally result in that company having incentive to buy and or produce more batteries than any other company. This, in turn, likely results in that player being able to obtain batteries at the cheapest price. And it should also incentivize that company to pour the most resources into researching and developing even better batteries. The circle continues. Unless another company develops a breakthrough battery, it becomes very hard to compete with Tesla's batteries on price. But even if another company achieves a technological breakthrough, we come back to the fact that batteries are a very sticky business, with a significant switching moat. By the time a customer's Tesla battery has exhausted its useful life, there's a good chance Tesla would have had ample time to catch up to the new technology and retain that customer due to its relationships and data advantage. Okay, so if Tesla achieves monopoly or oligopoly power with its energy business, what kind of margins do you think Tesla will achieve on its energy storage software? How much of a cut could Tesla take every time its autobidder software sells power back to the grid? I doubt Tesla would overly take advantage of its pricing power. That's just not how Tesla rolls. But at the same time, I doubt Tesla's energy margins will get squeezed anytime soon. Right now, it may not seem like Tesla Energy is a needle mover, but I would beg to differ. Stephen Mark Ryan recently put out a great video diving into Tesla's energy potential on solving the money problem. I'd recommend watching it if you have not already. At the moment, Tesla's energy impact on the income statement is small, because the recurring revenues that it generates sort of trickle in over time. But I suspect, in time, this trickle will rapidly grow into a strong current. And as history shows, monopoly business models with annuity-like cash flows usually turn out to be pretty decent investments. And we haven't even considered Tesla's solar business. Maybe I'll save that for the next episode. I'd love to know what you think of the potential for Tesla to obtain natural monopolies in that comment section below. Do you think Tesla can achieve monopoly status with its energy storage business, or even oligopoly status? Are there any other companies that you could see achieving monopoly status in some other geographies? As always, thanks so much for watching. P.S. Consider checking out our Tesla Energy and Tesla Inverter videos if you enjoyed this video. Have a fantastic day.